Begin with breaking news in the Greg Kelley case this afternoon. A judge in Williamson County has just ruled that he should be declared innocent in a child sexual assault that led to his conviction and 25-year prison sentence.
Tony Plohetsky has been following this case for months and joins us now live from Georgetown. Tony?
Well, Mike and Terry, this is the best possible outcome that Greg Kelley, his legal team, and his supporters could have hoped for. It is a major triumph for them that comes about 3 years after a Williamson County jury convicted him of sexually assaulting a 4-year-old boy. Now, the ruling by State District Judge Donna King says, quote, "The court finds that the culmination of evidence supports applicant's claim of actual innocence. He has met the burden and established he is actually innocent of the offense for which he was convicted." Now, this comes after a hearing in August in which Kelley's attorneys presented evidence that someone else may have assaulted the boy at an in-home Cedar Park daycare. District Attorney Sean Dick said just minutes ago that it is likely that no one will ever be held responsible for what happened to that 4-year-old boy.
So we need to take.
You don't become a prosecutor, you don't become a police officer to let crimes go unsolved. And in many ways, this crime is going to go unsolved. And so, yes, it's very frustrating, very unsatisfying.
In her ruling, Judge King said that Kelley's conviction was the result of a violation of due process and that his attorney in his first trial was ineffective. She also granted a due process claim, saying that Kelley's rights were violated because of a botched Cedar Park police investigation. Now, as we have been saying all along, but it is important to note this afternoon, Greg Kelley's case is still not yet over. Judge King's rulings will now go to the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals. That is the state's highest criminal court. My colleague Jenny Lee is here. She has been looking into what is next for Greg Kelley, as well as talking to many of his supporters this afternoon.
That's
Jenny.
right, Tony. I talked to one of his biggest supporters, the founder of the Greg Kelley Foundation. And, you know, Jake Bryden says he wasn't surprised about today's decision. He's thrilled, actually, but he knew today would come. So the big question is, what's next for supporters like Jake, and what is next in the legal process? While supporters rejoice over the news that Greg Kelley is one step closer to being cleared of his child sex assault conviction,
we're clearly elated that this is going to be made right.
Austin criminal defense attorney Claire Carter is taken back, especially when State District Judge Donna King called Kelley's former attorney Patricia Cummings' counsel ineffective.
For someone who is a well-respected, well-regarded attorney to be criticized for decisions that seemed sound to her at the time is a frightening thing for all of us.
Carter also says Judge King's ruling to overturn Kelley's conviction will open up a can of worms.
If the Court of Criminal Appeals grants the relief that she recommends they grant, it will send the case back to the district attorney's office for Sean Dick, the newly elected district attorney, to decide if he wants to go forward and prosecute that case against Greg Kelley for a second time, or if they want to reopen the case for investigation.
For supporters like Jake Bryden, Kelley's fight for justice is not over.
We've got to make sure that this can't happen to other people.
Back live, and criminal attorney Claire Carter says it's too late for the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals to take up this case this year because they are already in winter recess. But come January, a briefing attorney will be assigned this case, and a decision could come sometime in February. But Carter says they will likely have to make a decision by June because that's when the court will recess once again. Reporting live in Williamson County, Jenny Lee, KVUE News.